Hi, welcome. Today we are going to solve word problems involving money, and I'm going to try to do this step by step so that we have a clear understanding as to how to go about answering this question. Now, in this question I have here, four students have a certain amount of money, and they are going to try to trying to see whether that amount of money, when they combine it, has more or less than a dollar. And I'm going to read. Brianna has half of a dollar. Sienna has a quarter of a dollar. Tyroy has 1/10 of a dollar. And Nazarim has 100 of a dollar. They combine their money. They combine their money and do they combine their money. Do the four students have more or less than a dollar? Explain. Okay, I'm going to do this step by step, and the explanation is actually you're going to write out what you actually did. So I am going to use cubes first of all. Everything I do, I always use cubes. All right. Now I am going to quickly circle the key numbers. Now I told you before that the numbers are not necessarily written in numerical form, like the number 12 or perhaps the number 2 could be written in word form too. Okay, that's why you did this before in second grade. So numbers are written in different forms. Although most times the numbers are written for us in numerical form. So Brianna has how much? Half of a dollar. Now in this case, I'm circling a few phrases, okay? Half of a dollar. Sienna has a quarter of a dollar. And I'm circling quarter of a dollar. Tyroy has a tenth, 1/10 of a dollar. And Nazarim has 100. Now I'm gonna have to circle this part like this and circle this other part like this. So I have half of a circle there. 100 of a dollar. Okay, so check. Underline the question. They combine the money. Do the four students have more or less than a dollar? That's what we want to find out. Okay, I'm going to box the key math words. Okay, so now I'm going to box more or less, and I'm going to box the word combine because the word combine tells me that I have to add. More or less tell me I have to make a decision um, whether one is more or less, obviously. Okay, so now I did box my numbers. Now I'm going to evaluate. Now, how do I go about evaluating this? All right, I'm going to evaluate by doing it in step form for you. So step one, and all questions might be different, but just use cube and use the different step, breaking them down, working it step by step. Now, first for this question, my first step would be to put those numbers, those key numbers that I circled in numerical form. Okay, so now I'm going to use some shortcuts here. I'm going to write B for Brianna. Brianna has half of a dollar. Now I'm going to put some pictures there for you guys. Half of $1. Now you know money. I'm going to put $1 in the form of quarters. And I'm not going to do that for everything, just for the first one. So this would be 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents, and 25 cents. Half of $1 would be half of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 25 cents pieces. So half of it is going to be two 25 cents pieces. So half of $1 is 50 cents. I hope you guys can see this. Half of a dollar is 50 cents. So Brianna actually has 50 cents, which is $0. Okay, you can actually put the dollar sign if you wanted to. $0.50. Good. Continue now. I'm going to go a little quicker here. Sayana has quarter of a dollar. I could still use the same diagram here for Sayana, S for Sayana, as a quarter of a dollar. Let me just use a different color. Hope you can see that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters make a dollar. Sayana only has 1 quarter. A quarter means 1. A means 1. So Sayana actually has 25 cents. 1 quarter. She has 25 cents, and so I'm going to write 25 cents. So $0.25. All right. Now I am going to pause this video here and take a moment and try to figure out the amount for thyroid and Nazarene. You go ahead and pause the video and try to figure out this stuff. Okay. Perhaps you came up with this. 1/10 of a dollar, okay? 1/10 of a dollar. I could go ahead and break a dollar into 10 pieces, which means each piece will be 10 cents, okay? But I'm not going to do this because you did fraction before. So I'm going to put 1. It says 1/10. 1 needs to be in the tens place. So I'm putting that in a decimal form, which will help me. I'm going to put 0 in the ones place, point. The first place value to the right of the decimal point is tens. And so 1 is in the tens place, so I'm going to put 1 here. And since we're talking about money, I'm going to add a 0 here. So I know 1/10 of a dollar is actually 10 cents. So this is 0.10. What about Nazarene? You would have said Nazarene has 100 of a dollar. I'm going to put the 1 in the hundredth place. 0. The first one is the tens place, so the 1 shouldn't go there. So I'm going to put another 0 here to hold that place, value for the tens place. And then I'm going to put the 1 in the hundredth place. And technically now, this is 1 penny. And so this is going to be $0.01 is a cent or 1 penny. Okay, so this is step 1. Okay, step 2, I am going to combine. Hey, remember, I'm going to combine. Okay, so I can check my evaluation. Now I'm going to combine in step 2. Step 2, I'm going to combine these numbers. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to add them up together. How do you add them up? You add them as you would add ordinary numbers, but just make sure you line them up neatly as I did here. Okay, line them up neatly. Okay, so you'll have to write it down again. I'm going to add them up, and I could put it in that same form to add them up together. I'm going to bend my screen slightly. I'm adding up everything. Okay, create an equation. It's going to be 0. I'm actually just rewriting everything up here. And this time I'm trying not to put all the symbols from the money because I know that it means money. Right now I'm just adding and I don't want to get confused. I'm just going to focus on lining everything up. 0 0.25, 0 0.10, 0 0.01. And then I'm adding up. 0 plus 5 is 5, 5 plus 0 is still 5, and 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 0 is still 8. And I'm bringing down my decimal point, I'm carrying it down. See, line up. And 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is all 0. And now This is my answer. This is not my final answer. This is me combining these numbers together. Now I know in step 2, this is equal to 86 cents. Okay. Now step 3, which is the final step, I'm going to put it right here. Perhaps I'll use this. You would have probably taken note of this. Step 3, the question is asking me to determine or find whether the combined money for the 4 students, for Brianna, Sienna, Tyra, and Nazarene, is more or less than $1. So now I'm going to compare. The 4 students have altogether 0.86, and I'm going to put a big circle here to compare because I'm going to put more or less in there. And I want to compare them to the question says to $1. $1 is written as 1 in the ones place and 0, 10, 0, 100. So this is $1 is the same as the number 1. Now, how do I go about comparing this? I'm going to use place values as my strategy to compare these numbers. So to see which one is bigger, I'm going to start. I could start anywhere. When I'm going to compare them, I will start from the left. Okay. So this is the ones place. The value in the ones place is 0 over here. This is the ones place. The value of the ones place is 1. 1 is greater than 0. So I know that this number here is greater. 1 is greater than 0.086. Again, I am comparing place values. When I am comparing two numbers to find out which one is greater, I will start with the biggest or the largest place value. I'm going to start way to the right. But the number to the right here is the ones place. And the ones place here, that number is 0. That's the value of that number. It's 0. I'm going to my other number to the same place value ones and see the value of that number or that digit in the place value. It's 1. So I know 1 is greater than 0. So I put the alligator mouth facing the bigger piece or the bigger side. So 1 is greater than 0. So that's step 3. And the final step, if I may write it, I can end with step 3, saying that 1 is greater than 0. So my final step, I'm going to make it step 4. Step 4 is me actually stating my answer. I'm just going to write. So, and I'm answering the question. So, the question is, do the 4 students have more or less than $1? So, they have less than $1. And this is my answer. My answer is this. So they have less than $1. I did all the working. I have to answer the question. Okay, I answered the question that was asked. Remember, I underlined the question. And so therefore, I'm going to check this because this problem is now solved. I want you to look at this video, pause as you go along, take note, and remember each question is different when you're dealing with money. Okay, I want you to still go ahead and practice solving problems involving money and use cubes to understand and unfold those the difficult parts of this of the question. So I hope you guys subscribe to this video and check out all the cool math videos that I have for all different grade levels.